Looks like it's on. Gracie. I don't know if you can see Gracie, but she's over here next to me behind the box. Welcome, everybody. It's Maria. Welcome back to my channel. She just jumped off. I have this really huge box to unbox for you, and it comes from a company that I haven't worked with before. They're called Cosmos drums or handpans. I know they do tongue pans and handpans. And this is a really cool handpan that they sent me, and it's one I've never had. It's a handpan that has notes on both sides. It's a double-sided handpan. It has 17 notes. The other handpans I have either have 9 or 10, respectively. So this should be interesting. It's actually, I believe it's in the key of D minor, which some say it's D curd. One of my handpans is D curd. So I'll have to, see how they sound. If the notes follow the same pattern, then it's probably a D curd then. They have different names sometimes. Also, the other one is in 432 hertz. I think this is in 440, which is standard concert pitch. So if you are playing with other instruments, that's most of your Western instruments, in the United States or even worldwide. It's 440 is known as concert pitch. 432 is more of a tuning that's for meditation, perhaps. But when you have a handpan in that tuning or any instrument in that tuning, then unless you can retune, you can't play with other instruments. That's the only caveat. It's a beautiful, ethereal sound, and I do enjoy it. But it's true, certain flutes don't seem to go mesh well with it because it's just not quite on pitch of the flute, say. So let's see what this is, in what tuning it is. Let's see what hertz it is, and let's see how it sounds. All right. It's got a little tiny pair of mallets and stickers and a cloth in case you want to use it. I don't generally use mallets with a handpan because I don't want to get them to go out of tune. This is a cool stand for the handpan. We'll put that in. Okay, and they give you a nice case, it looks like. I don't know where you are in the world, but I have to say that this has been the rainiest spring ever. In May, it's rained 21 out of 31 days. I mean, that's insane. I don't think I ever remember that in my lifetime. So I ran out here while the sun came out because it's been raining for the last 2 days, including today. Okay. Feels like a semi-hard case, which is nice. Not so hard that it's so heavy that you can't carry it maybe on your back or whatever. And it's got backpack straps, as you can see. Looks like it's made pretty well. Let's see how the zippers work. Nice. Okay, here is a big reveal. Ooh, it's golden. Okay, it doesn't open all the way, so you kind of gotta mush it like that. All right. Here we go. That's the bag. Now we'll put the handpan, after I open it, onto the stand. I'll have to adjust the camera, and I'll also have to change microphones, because this is good for speaking, but not for the sound of any instruments. Here we go. Oh, wow. It says Cosmos in the front. Okay. Look at that. Let me put it down on the stand so you could see it. You might notice some goop on it. I'm going to take the in my hand. That's just probably the oil, because you're supposed to, wipe it down every time you use it, and every so often use some kind of oil, like frog lube or phoenix oil, or some people have even said olive oil, I heard today. So let me wipe this down, and then I'll show it to you again. These are cute little mallets, little tiny rubber tips. A lot of tongue pan music uses numbers, like the first one might be, or I don't know if they consider the first one the ding, probably not. the first tone in the scale. Because usually the ding is, in many instruments, the ding isn't actually the first root of the scale anyway, I should say. Sometimes it is. Okay, a little package and a cleaning cloth. So we'll wipe it down. Yeah, coming right off. And you want to use this type, any kind of oil, the oil I mentioned, because you don't want it to rust, especially in places that are humid, like New York, where I live. Where you live might be humid as well. And you could see the hammers, because these are hand-tuned by hammers. Here, I'll show you what I mean. I don't know if you could see it, but they're hand-tuned with hammers. That's why you have to be so careful that you don't drop it or make it go out of tune by banging it too hard. It's a skill. It's really a big thing. That's why some people prefer tongue pans, because they're laser cut or cut by hand, but they're tongues, and it's a little different. They usually never go out of tune once they're in tune, unless you really whack them or something. That's better. You can see the little dirt and stuff that came out. So I'm going to flip it over and get the different microphone so you can you can see it. Okay. All right. I'll be right back. Okay, I have the other microphone so that you can hear, hopefully, the sound as well as I can. It's a Shure MV+88, especially made for the iPhones and computers. So, here we go. Start with the lowest tone and go up the scale and then down. Here's your ding. You get different tones depending on where you hit it and different harmonics. You hear how it's different? Everything sounds in tune to me. I'll have to check later with my tuner, which is on my phone. But that is the D minor. I believe it's also D curd. I'll put the notes on the screen. So let me do them slowly so you could see the notes. Plane go by. Okay, so let's do some free play on this, and then I'll show you the other side, which has a different scale altogether. Is it raining? I just felt a drop on me. I'm not an expert. I'm still a novice as far as I'm concerned. I've been taking classes online with David Charrier and Master the Handpan, and because I got my first handpan in 2022, and I've been playing the rap since 2017, but I have a lot to learn, so I feel like I'm always a student of this. However, you can pick it up and just derive a lot of pleasure just picking it up and hitting the tones. You hit it like you're touching a hot pot or stove. It's also possible to do harmonics on handpans. I'm not even going to attempt that because I'm still learning. But you're supposed to be able to place your finger on one part of the tongue and, oh, I did it. So like that. Anyway, and you're supposed to be able to do that all around. But it's a skill, and I've yet to master it. So let's turn it around to the other side. Okay, so now this is a completely different scale, according to what I read. So I'm going to find the lowest note and go up and down this scale and put the notes on the screen after I edit it. Oh, wait. Yeah, that's higher. Okay. Very exotic sounding, right? I feel like geisha girls and Bono, and this might be a type of Japanese scale. I don't know. It sounds pretty, different, and I like it. This is fun. And that's the cool thing about getting tongue pans, tongue drums, hand pans in different scales. It brings different feelings out and different musical compositions and melodies and motifs. There isn't a ding there. I went to hit it. Oh. I'm not quite sure if you can grab some notes from the other side because I think it's dissonant scales. Well, that goes. So this one goes. But I don't know about maybe depending on that. Gives it a different feeling. Never played a double-sided handpan before. Now that's definitely not gonna go. See how that kind of dissonant. Maybe if you wanted to play some experimental music. Anyway, it's made to be two different scales. That's my personal opinion. But of course, you can do what you want with this handpan. You can figure out songs that incorporate both sides, or you could just play one side and then it can be a little break and you can flip it over and get a completely different feel. And this side I could play probably my Native American flute, perhaps. I think the G might go, because that's G minor. Depends on the notes. The Native American flutes are pentatonic, so it doesn't have all the notes, so it might actually work. And let me know what you think. And thanks so much for watching. Take care. God bless.